How Genshin Impact ruined a marriage overnight by Mujin. That is interesting. That reminds me of another situation that is similar to this one. I think that was a Reddit post. I could be wrong, but I remember it being a Reddit post. So what happened was that a engaged couple, a guy and a girl, um, pretty much broke up because she was because of her. So what happened was that she got way too much into her anime boys, like I think it was Kazuha, Venti, and Zhao, to the point where she was like uh ERPing with strangers, like as her and like you know these characters. She had them as AI boyfriends. It was ridiculous. So yeah, they broke up. They pretty much broke up after that one. Yes. Over fictional men, they broke up. Do with this information what you will. Do with this information what you will. It is crazy. Let's just see how this happened. Did he like, I don't know, did one of them spend like thousands of dollars to get like a fictional woman or fictional guy? Is that what this is going to be?
Well, guys, it has almost been 5 years since Genshin Impact first came out, and to call these 5 years eventful would be an understatement. The early videos on my channel serve as proof of that. From
There's so many Genshin videos, I just realized.
review bombing Google in their own app store to going up against the Shrek community and losing, there is
Huh? Huh? Against the Shrek community? That is new information. I did not hear that. What? What? That is crazy. Not gonna lie, the chosen men is good. That doesn't. Would you break up with your fiance over fictional men? That is always the question you gotta ask. It doesn't matter if the men that they choose are good. If she divorces or breaks up with her future husband or future ex-husband.
simply no shortage of crazy stories when it comes to the Genshin community over these last few years. But one thing that has been consistent ever since the game first came out is the fact that it actually ruined many relationships. Back in 2024, someone
Yeah, that's the one! 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 My friend's ex-fiance broke up with him because she's obsessed with the Animo Boys. That was the one I was talking about. That was the one I was talking about. Crazy, ridiculous situation.
posted about how their friend's fiance ended their relationship because she would repeatedly ignore him for hours. What was her reasoning? Well, she was cheating on him with fictional characters. She would spend hours role-playing and looking at spicy fan art of those characters from Genshin. How about this guy who had to end his relationship because
That's a new one. That's a new one. I lost my girlfriend because of Genshin Impact. What the fuck? How? Wait, let me read that real quick. Okay, he's 19 and she's 19. They're both students, not English native speaker. Like, everything was perfect with synergy. She started playing Genshin Impact. Wait. And that one was surely the best we were made for each other. For a big context, she considered herself asexual, and of course I was completely okay with that. We never had any interaction, just kisses and hugs. Become a couple, I did. Too. Everything was going well. Unfortunately, I did not really like Genshin Impact. I stopped playing after a month. She kept playing. There was absolutely no problem with her playing. I have my hobby. She has hers. We try to get interested in another one. Wait, what the okay. Okay, we couldn't read more, but from what we can tell, Uh, um, she got sexually interested in fictional boys. What animal boys? Animal boys. No, the animal boys are Venti, Kazuha, and I think Zhao. Those are the animal boys.
Because his girlfriend refused to travel with him on vacation since she didn't want to miss her daily quest.
Oh. Wait, what? That's even worse. That's even... Nah, that's even worse. That's even worse. She broke up with him because of her daily quests. That is diabolical. That is diabolical. That is... Yeah, I'm losing faith again.
Oh, and of course, let's not forget the situation in which someone
Genshin breakup in co-op thread. What? What? Okay.
broke up with their boyfriend in game chat. They didn't text, they didn't call, they
What a spineless creature! That is diabolical. Not even like WhatsApp or anything, or any messenger, just straight up over Genshin Impact. Why? Why? Yeah, destroy the planet, I don't care.
broke up with them in game chat. There is no shortage of stories like this, but what shocked me is the fact that one just occurred in 2025. We're talking about a couple who was engaged, okay? They were about to get married. They were so close. The woman had a ring on her finger and the guy had proposed to her.
They were engaged. Another one. Another one. Another one. Oh no.
But now their entire marriage is at risk. Everything's about to be called off. The parents are involved fighting with each other, all because of Genshin Impact. I wish this was a joke, guys. I mean, seriously, it's so ridiculous. We have to talk about it. So let's do this. All right, so for you to understand
Somebody spent way too much money on Farina. I can see it. Somebody spent way too much money on Farina. 100%. I can see it.
how this marriage got ruined, we have to talk about Genshin's gacha system. The most important currency in Genshin Impact are Primogems, alright? You can earn these in-game, but you can also spend money to get them. You use them in order to buy Intertwined Fates. These will allow you to wish on a banner. Your goal when wishing on a character banner is to get a 5-star character. If I were to wish once on this banner, then the odds of me getting a 5-star are 0.6%. If I'm lucky enough to get a 5-star character,
That's still better than Dragon Ball Legends. Fuck Dragon Ball Legends.
then a coin is flipped. If I win the coin flip, I get the character I want, which in this case would be Farina. If I lose the coin flip, I get a standard character from the standard character banner that no one wants, and I have to try again. But this time, there won't be any coin flip. But the thing is, getting the 5-star character that you want is only the beginning for some people, because that's where constellations come in. After getting a 5-star character, I can wish for that character 6 more times. And for every copy I get from them, I can activate a constellation. These are extra passive abilities that you cannot unlock unless you get copies of this character. By the time you reach the 6th constellation, the character would have changed so drastically that they won't just be overpowered. They will undergo a full kit conversion. So if they're a damage dealer, well, guess what? Their damage is multiplied by 10 now, and they're also a healer. It changes everything. And the only way to get it is to get copies of the character. There's no other ways to earn it. If you don't farm in-game and only spend money, then getting a C6 character with all 6 constellations will cost you anything from around $1,000 to $2,000.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. You cannot tell me somebody spend... What the yeah, nah, I don't believe that somebody spent, 2K.
Depending on how lucky you are with the coin flip. There are some players out there who will do this for every single character, alright? Those players have a name. They're called whales. Any gacha game would gladly trade 1 million of their players for just 1,000 of these whales because of how much of a financial impact they have. But the problem here is that many times these whales cannot afford this. they just do it anyway. This brings us back to this failed engagement. On March 19th, 2025, a user made a post on the Am I Overreacting
600 on a gun. No, you are not overreacting. You are not. No, you are not overreacting. $600 on a gacha game. Nah, you're not overreacting. Like, it would be different if, like, the guy was a content creator, right? And he would make money through making content for the game. So it would be kind of a reinvestment. But, like, this? Hell no. Hell no.
subreddit with the title, Am I Overreacting? My fiance spent $600 on gacha. They go on to say, my fiance spent $600 on a gacha game without asking. I flipped out and now his entire family are calling me abusive and encouraging him to call off the engagement. For context, I work 55 hours a week and he drives Uber during the day while I'm at work. We are paycheck to paycheck. As you can see, this post went absolutely viral, and she set the record straight from the beginning. She's the breadwinner in this relationship, all right? She works 55 hours a week. He works whenever he can, doing gig work. It definitely doesn't pay as much as she earns, that's for sure. She then posted these images with their texts, and this is when the incident took place. Let's read them. It starts off with her fiance saying, "Stop calling me." She then replies with, "We need to talk right now. Pick up now." Her fiance then replied with, "You're not being..."
Huh? What? Why? Why must one spend money on like, especially if you like live paycheck to paycheck and your girl is the main breadwinner? Like, first of all, get this guy a proper job. Second of all, I think this is it is more so a valid reason for her to call off the engagement, because he's financially irresponsible.
Being fair at all. I explained my boundaries to you, but you are not respecting them. This is exactly what blank says is abusive about you. And then she said, "You spent $600 on our credit card on a fucking game?" He then says, "I explained it already to you." And then she says, $600 for 2 virtual characters you don't need, without asking when we are paycheck to paycheck. That card was for emergencies with the Civic. And then this dude has the gall to reply with an...
What the fuck? What the fuck? That's the reply. What the fuck? I know it's no, we live paycheck to paycheck, but here, blue white hair woman, blue woman with white hair, blue water woman with white hair. That is crazy. That is wild.
An image of Farina, which is one of the limited characters available in Genshin Impact right now. This has to be made up, dude. He then says, "You told me you wanted her too, but you aren't happy for me, LMFAO. Actually, I'm done. I'm a 29-year-old man. I am allowed to make purchases without needing your permission. This is an abusive dynamic." Blank explained that.
What are you? No, it's not. No, it's not. Think about it. Think about it, right? Think about it. People say, like, you can, like, you know, like, you can, people want to act like they could do what they want in, like, a relationship, right? That's not how it works. Everything you do from now on, once you're in a relationship, you always have to consider, how does that, well, not everything, but most things, you have to consider, how does that affect my partner? What is going on? This is not an abusive dynamic. Shut the fuck up, you moron. You can buy so many games with 600 and you're spending it on 2 characters. Yep, gacha addict. Hi Cocos, how are you doing? Everything good? Men? This is not just men, this is also women doing it. We had the previous 3 times where a woman was doing similar shit. Wait, maybe not money, but cheating. Technically, or breaking up because, you know, daily quests.
That very clearly to me. She then said, yes, I said I want Farina. I didn't say we should spend hundreds to get constellations. You are a fucking addict. You already spent all our Christmas money on it. So as you saw, he didn't just pull for the character, he pulled for her constellations as well, which is completely optional. What does he reply to this? You are snooping into your fiance's purchases. You should take a look at yourself. She then replies with a middle finger. She just straight up told him.
Straight up told him, fuck off. This gotta be rage bait. This gotta be rage bait peak.
Go fuck yourself. Then said, this is a shared card that I set up for emergencies and you went behind my back. Why don't you tell
I guess pulling the character was an emergency, chat. I need it for Arena. It's an emergency.
Blank about your gambling addiction to video game characters. Her room temperature IQ fiance replied with, actually, Blank told me all about your coercion? I guess he means coercion. And I believe you are a narcissist personality. That is why you are continuing to try and control me and control my financial decision making. You know this is my values and I have had Farina as my wallpaper forever. I refuse to be verbally abused for being myself. I am battling anxiety and you do not care at all. I need to use that as an excuse. I need to go buy a Lamborghini right now with money I don't have.
How does that even, like, this is so stupid. This is so stupid. This is so retarded. How is that a thing? You don't understand, this big titty anime girl is a life or death situation. Yes, it is. You just don't understand. It's a life important.
And if my mom confronts me, I'll be like, Mom, you know I've had a Lamborghini as my wallpaper like forever. Stop it. You're being controlling. You're a narcissist. This is insane. This dude's almost 30. He then decides to impulsively end everything, saying this. I don't want to get married to you. I'm not talking on the phone. I emailed screenshots for my appointment tomorrow. Thank you for giving me horrible anxiety attack and ruining my night. And no, I didn't do a fucking thing with Farina yet because of your calls. Then she said,
the fictional woman is more important than the real one. Dude, how did these good for nothing losers get into relationships too close to getting married? How the fuck does that happen? What the fuck is going on? Not as bad as that one dude who spent 50k on the softcore animation of the fictional character chasing him. What the fuck?
I will call Capital One and dispute the charge. Your account will be banned. This is true, by the way. If you spend money in Genshin Impact and you charge back, your account will have a negative balance. And if you don't bring it back to zero, then you'll get banned. What did he have to say to that? Try it. You will lose me forever. I'm going to Scottsdale for the night. Stop calling me for 12 hours and we can talk then. Good night. A few minutes later, he says this. Will you please answer my mom?
There's no way. There's no way. There's no fucking way. This is not real. There's just no way. There's just no way.
Please. I apologize for my reaction. As I said, my anxiety is bad today and I have to do better. I love you. You don't need to dispute the charges. I will get you the money soon. Blank can spot me 600 tonight, so can you text him your Venmo? Anxiety really bad, Blank, please. Now look, Reddit is known to have a lot of fake posts.
I apologize for my reaction. As I said, my anxiety is bad today. And I have to do better. I love you. You don't need to dispute the charges. I will get you the money soon. Spot me 600 tonight, so can you text him your Venmo? Okay, interesting. So spent bunch of money, flex a C6, retrieve the payment, and be free from the gacha. Pretty much. That is accurate. Anxiety doesn't cause 600 to spend 600. Probably not. No. Probably not.
Posts, especially on subreddits like Am I the Asshole, with some of the craziest fan fiction you can imagine. But the thing is, here, with these screenshots, it's very hard to fake this. This dude is clearly a man-child, all right? It's clear that he's overly attached to his mother, okay? He has no voice. She decides everything for him. And the guy's almost 30. The woman who made the post commented this a couple hours later, saying, "Update. I am overwhelmed by all the replies. Thank you. I'm trying to read every comment. It feels obvious now that I was not overreacting. Yes, the card is in my name only and is not that old, but he saved the info somehow. The card has been in my bag, so I'm not sure how or when he got the info into his game. I am calling Capital One in the morning to dispute the charge. His mom left me a voicemail saying that I gave him a panic attack and to give him space." I did text his...
The panic attack! The panic attack for spending $600 on a fucking fictional character. No, you're not overreacting. I would not marry this guy. Straight up, there's not even an argument.
Drug-dealing friend to try and get the $600, but he left me on red. Also, he's currently online on Discord playing Genshin Impact at his mom's house. Hours later, she posts, "Update. Okay, I can't keep up with all the comments and messages I woke up to. I'm checking what I can. Thank you everyone for reading and telling me the truth. First, his family is very involved with his life for cultural reasons, but they have all demonized me since we met. His mom said I am never going to see him again due to the way I treat him. I got her on the phone and told her the engagement was off, and she started screaming that it's already off, so I can't end it. He has blocked me, including on Discord, which makes me think he saw my post. As for the $600, I woke up to a Venmo."
This is such a man-child, it's crazy. This is such a man-child. Mother is mothering and this man is a man-child. 100%. 100%. What the fuck is going on? This is not real.
From his sketchy friend. I paid off the card and locked it. I would love to have disputed the charge, but even if I did, it would just put his Genshin account into a negative balance. Then he would have time to spend more to fix it. I have no doubt he would find a way to get another $600 and keep the account. As much as I want to blow up his drug, I am afraid of how he would react if he lost it. And we don't have shared accounts, but I have let myself be taken advantage of. I see that I fucked up by saying it was our credit card, and he's not even a co-signer on the lease, so I'm screwed because he doesn't actually have to pay rent anymore. I think the craziest thing in all this is that she actually thought that she was over.
We know why he's like this. Now we know why he's like this. Yeah, the mom. It's the mom. It is 100% the mom. Mama's boy.
Overreacting. She actually had to make a post to verify with strangers, "Yo, am I in the right here? Am I making too much of a big deal?" It's clear that this runs deeper though. The mom of the fiance is very fishy, and it seems that she's trying to control him to separate him from her so that she can reclaim him as her property. I mean, he moved in with her immediately as if she was planning it. After a few more hours passed by, she confirmed to a commenter saying,
"Mama leveling. Sweet Home Alabama.
Engagement is off." So their wedding is never gonna happen. Their engagement was cut short, and she is now single over a dude that can't control his spending on a video game. So much so that he stole her credit card from her purse when she wasn't looking, took her info, spent it, and then was shocked that she was shocked. Zero accountability. It's insane. But it happens more often than you think. Moist Critical actually made a video about this before me, okay? He was a bit faster than me, but there's a comment here that went through something similar, and it just shows that it's not an isolated incident. Like someone's ex-boyfriend spent $3,000 in 2 weeks on Genshin Impact.
What is going on? $3,000 in 2 weeks for Genshin Impact for fictional characters. $3,000. Why? How? This is addiction.
Right at the start. When confronted about it, he didn't just say that he was having an anxiety attack, he also added in a little bit more spice, saying that he's autistic. This eventually led him to have a financial...
I'm not again! I'm autistic, so it's not my fault. The tism did it. Not again. What is why are people using that as an excuse again? No. No. I spent 2 weeks to think about it, making a purchase for a mobile game. Not again. What is this?
Crisis, and of course he blamed his girlfriend for that, which ruined their relationship. Guys, ultimately gacha games can be fun. Anything can be fun, but in moderation. So if you're gonna play one, be very careful with your spending. Thank you so much for watching until the end. I'll see you in the next video whenever that is, and I love you so much. Mwah!
You're just a narcissist employing coercion tactics. My mom taught me all about it. We're done. That is crazy. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. What the fuck is even going on at this point? Yeah. End of video. What a stupid situation.